Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the Super Action Statue JOTARO KUJO. This is the one from, what is this series called? Stone Ocean? It's the one where he has a daughter, and they're in, well, he's not in prison, she's in prison. Stone Ocean, right? It's been a while. Anyway, this is the, I think the newest JOTARO that exists. I don't know if they've made any newer ones, have they? Let me know. I haven't been following JoJo's too recently. Anyway, this is the newest one for me. I haven't reviewed anything of these larger scale figures, so I figured I should start with JOTARO, and I'm going to do it. And it's pretty cool, but still suffers from super action statue disease, which I'll talk about as we go. So let's go ahead and get him off the stand and take a closer look. Alright, before we get into the figure, I do want to show you my package. This is the reissue, apparently, because it has this logo, or this pattern in the back. I'm guessing that's the case. That's how it used to be for the older figures, so your box might look different if you get one on eBay or something like that, but it's a decent packaging. I think the SAS packaging is pretty good. Decent look, a little bit of metallic lettering and stuff here and there. I like it, good enough. And I don't normally buy the reissues. I always try to get the originals for these guys. That's what I did for all of the old ones. But I think for Stone Ocean, I'm just not going to bother because I didn't like Stone Ocean that much. Anywho, this figure stands just about 17 centimeters, a little bit shy of that. That's going to make him roughly a little over 6.5 inches. Here he is up against a Marvel Legends Darwin. He has some height on him, so there's that. Then here he is up against the JOTARO from before. Cool looking JOTARO, if you ask me. He's a lot bigger. They definitely changed the scale at some point. I think it was with Stone Ocean. So there is that. I would like to see some new figures from the older guys, older designs that are in this scale and style. Speaking of, this guy is available for purchase at Big Bad Toy Store. There's a link in the description below. They also have Jolene and Diver Down and all these other ones. Is it Diver Down? Which one's hers? I can't remember. Anyway, they have all of them. There's a link in the description below for this guy. Do you want me to review Jolene and some other ones, or should I not bother? Let me know what you think. Okay, this guy, I have to say, like I said, super action statue disease. Aesthetically, it's really, really good. They nail it with paint and sculpt, I think, and I think they actually did a much better job on the sculpt for this JOTARO than they did for the older ones. Very, very well done. The paint job is just nuts on this guy. It's very clean. If you look at the JoJo going up and down the arm, the metallic, it's everything. It's just really, really cool. The jacket itself has some shading throughout. The line work is pretty darn clean. Not perfect, but it's pretty good. The pants are sculpted to actually feel like snakeskin, and they have that paint job on there. This one knee is miscolored. Oh, okay. They still fall off. Well, that's good to know, I guess. Stinking super action statues for you. Yeah, lots of cool paint work and sculpt work. Very nicely done. The faces, very clean. No complaints aesthetically, really. It's not absolutely perfect, but it's darn good. And that's what these figures are known for. So I like it. I will go 9 out of 10. Pretty darn good aesthetically. As far as accessories go, this guy's not bad. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. He does have 3 interchangeable heads. The neutral head that comes on him in the package, the yelling head, and then the one with the CDs in his face. That's very, very nicely done. That's a really cool accessory. Very good. For hands, he's got a decent spread, including the pocket hands, so that's nice. Then he also has this little thing, which I think is the thing he sent to his daughter. I'm pretty sure. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. It's been forever since I watched that. So yeah, he has that. And then he has this other accessory, which is the... he doesn't have... Like, they didn't make his stand for this line, as far as I'm aware. So you get the Star Platinum arms that come around him, but there is no Star Platinum available, I believe. I can't remember. Was Star Platinum never actually there? I don't remember. You guys can let me know. And you do get the display stand too. So yeah, pretty cool accessory. You kind of get the stand and JOTARO all in one. I like it. I'll give the accessories an 8 out of 10. It's pretty good. Alright, time for the articulation. Now this is usually the problem with super action statues, in that they look really good, but the joints just don't really function that well. So first of all, we have a ball peg on a hinge, which is good. I mean, it's not great, but it's good enough. Because the neck is on a ball peg, so that's helpful, but the way they've done it, it sits crooked. The whole neck sits crooked, and I can't get it to straighten out. So that's Weird. I definitely don't prefer the hinge. I would prefer double ball peg, but as long as the neck can move at the bottom, it's okay. It's acceptable. But the neck doesn't work properly, so that kind of sucks. His head's stuck at a weird angle. So that's a little bit annoying. You do get the thing here, so be aware of that. For the shoulders, this doesn't move at all. So you get, to raise the arm out, it goes to just about horizontal. That's okay. It's not the best looking thing in the world, and bringing his arms around, it's definitely limited. You have to do weird angles to make it work. And there's no bicep swivel, so you have to just use whatever swivel is in the shoulder. They're not really meant for posing that much. Like, you can pose them. Double jointed elbow has really good range, but is super duper ugly. Not great. There's rotation in that too, usually. Let's see if there still is. Yeah, you can rotate it, but it feels like it's gonna break. So be careful with that. Super action statues. Statues that can pose. Wrists have little ball hinges, but you can see that one's already starting to fall apart. You can see the split in there. I figured this newer style would have a little bit higher quality, and it doesn't seem to, as far as the articulation goes. Let's see how the torso moves around. Very limited in the upper. Like, it's enough when you combine both, for sure, but the upper is pretty limited. It'll do. Yeah, that's definitely fine. That's an okay torso. The jacket being on ball hinges works pretty well. No real complaints there. They hold up properly. That's fine. For the hips, same as before, really. Not the greatest range. It's good enough. It's a little bit of a different design than they used to do. I guess it's a little bit better than before, so that's alright. Thigh swivel is pretty limited. Double jointed knees, still really loose. Same type of design as the elbows. They don't look the best. They have good range, but they're pretty darn loose. This one's really loose. So, yeah, that's a bit of a bummer. And like I said, this knee being off-colored is pretty annoying too. Alright, and then for the ankles, I can't tell exactly. I think they have full-on ball hinges, but the pants are stiff enough that they're not that helpful. There's a little bit of flex, but not much. Then the toe hinge is basically worthless and feels like it's going to break, and I don't think it really can move too much. So yeah, they don't pose very well. They call them super action statues, I guess because the sculpt and the paint is really good, and they are technically action figures, but probably more like statues that can be posed, I guess. So articulation is going to get a 5 out of 10. It's not very good. Some spots are fine, but overall, not going to be the most fun poser in your collection. So, time for a final verdict. Is the newer scale, which I know they've been doing for a while now, but is the newer scale significantly better than the older scale? No. No. Way less stylized, for sure. And there are some things that are better, but I have to say overall, I could take either one as a better action figure. And as far as the paint and sculpt, they're different styles, but they're both really good. So I'm going to give this guy an overall rating of 8 out of 10. The aesthetic is really good, but there's a lot to not like about it also, so I guess be aware of that if you are not already familiar with these things. But that's it for me. It's not the most exciting review, I know, but I wanted to see what the new ones were like, and now you get to see it too. So, or newer ones. So there it is. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. And if you haven't subscribed, you should. I have new videos just about every single day, and thousands already on the channel, so make sure you come back for all of that. And in the meantime, keep collecting.